Hello, everyone. My name is Shane German, the music director at WYCE 88.1 FM in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Today, we are thrilled to welcome as our guest Valerie June, blending a beautiful tapestry of folk, soul, gospel, country, blues, psychedelic, and symphonic pop, a style she calls organic moonshine roots music. West Tennessee-raised singer-songwriter Valerie June is back with a brand new album, her third for Fantasy Records, called The Moon and Stars, Prescriptions for Dreamers. Produced in collaboration with Jack Splash and featuring a special guest appearance by the legendary Queen of Memphis Soul, Carla Thomas, The Moon and Stars, Prescriptions for Dreamers continues Valerie June's spellbinding musical journey with exquisite songwriting and an infectious sense of wonder. The 14-track album is also interspersed with reflective meditation moments, interludes meant to lull the listener into lucid serenity, providing a truly immersive listening experience. Please welcome to WYCE, Valerie June.
They call me a fool. They call me a fool. Play hard for lonely heart that's gone and new love bone. Thought I had it under control, yeah. But it shook me, gripped me, grabbed my soul, yeah. Heard it pounding, knocking on the door, yeah. When I knew I had to let it go. Don't you know I wish that I could help it? Don't you know I wish that I could forget? But this new love's so strong. But it's the power keep me holding on. You they call me a fool. Don't they call me a fool for your love, baby? Don't be a fool anytime. Don't be a fool anytime, anytime for loving you. Well, I've been wishing things had been different. But I guess because they fall the way they're meant. Win or lose or draw, you play the hand you sing. Beg you borrow, give and take and lend. Well, I've been drinking, staying drunk all day. Got me creeping, but it's not late at night. Got my life twisted, turned it upside down, just a fool to hang around. Yes, and they call me a fool. They call me a fool for your love, babe. Don't be a fool anytime. Don't be a fool anytime, anytime for loving you. So you can call me a fool. Call me a fool. Don't be a fool anytime. Don't be a fool anytime, anytime for loving you. Da-da-dee-da-da-da. Anybody in this world ever called you a fool? Da-da-dee-da-da. Ever been called outside your name? Da-da-dee-da-da. For believing in something beautiful or wanting to create something sweet? Go on and let the world call you a fool. So you can call me a fool. Call me a fool for your love, babe. Don't be a fool anytime. Don't be a fool anytime, anytime for loving you. Thought I had it under control.
Thank you for having me, Jane. It's
Oh,
nice to be on the air.
oh, we're so thrilled to have you. We are huge fans of you here at WYCE in Grand Rapids. You came here about 3 years ago to play the Ladies Literary Club in downtown Grand Rapids. And you were nice enough to stop by our studio and perform a song that you had just released for Valentine's Day. But it's a thrill to have you back here. The new album is absolutely stunning. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to have it out. It's been years in the making.
I want to talk to you about that. Now, you recorded it and pretty much had finished it up before the world basically shut down in the past year. But it's so timely when you listen to it now. And there are certain words I read that you told your producer, Jack, that you wanted to invoke with this album: spirituality, iridescence, illuminance, magical, fairy-like, dreamy, colorful. Why were all of those words so important to you to convey with this brand new album?
Well, when I came to Earth, I really have the admiration of people like Dr. King and John Lennon, who wrote the song Imagine, for what I thought Earth would be. I thought it would be a place of oneness and a place of just humans coexisting and beauty and light and positivity. And that's what I see in my mind's eye and what I dream and hope for the planet in the same way that Dr. King dreamed of it for us.
Hmm.
And so I wanted to put something out there that was just like a spark that would help keep our hearts ignited and excited about creating that kind of reality for ourselves. So that's why I was thinking in terms of those words.
You grew up in West Tennessee. And Tennessee as a state has such a rich cultural significance in terms of music and civil rights. How has growing up, or the music that you grew up with, how has that, the legacy of, everything from the Appalachians to, singers like Memphis Minnie and the Stax sound and all of that, how important is that to you, and how do you how is it rooted in what you do as an artist?
Well, I've always loved being from that area, the South, and where kind of the sounds marry there in West Tennessee between Memphis and Nashville is where I was born and raised in Jackson. So the sounds just all kind of come through Jackson. And I've loved that. And it's been like something that didn't just stay in Jackson, it went globally. Tina
Hmm.
Turner being one of those people from 30 minutes down the road from where I'm from, Dolly Parton a few hours away,
Hmm.
Johnny Cash. I mean, so many people, blues stars that traveled the entire planet and stuff. So, like, coming from that, I just feel like I had all of these amazing role models of different eras and time periods in music to help kind of pattern what I want to do with my own music after. And they've just been such inspirations to me, from Stax to country to rock and roll, soul. I mean, the fact that Tennessee, that word is such a musical word being said and spoken, and the fact that we live up to it, I think is pretty strong and powerful. So it definitely has affected my sound.
Well, one thing I love about your work, whether it was your 2013 debut on Fantasy, Pushing Against the Stone, or your 2017 album, The Order of Time, really it does merge all types of musical influences that you uniquely make your own. A couple of the standout tracks that I can't stop listening to. We just got the album in, so I'm still kind of immersing myself in it. But a few that have stood out to me in my first few listens are Stardust Scattering, which is a gorgeous song, and Smile, which they just both have a really nice groove to them. And another track, Two Roads, I think is quite stunning as well. But one of the lead singles that you have, you are able to work with the legendary Queen of Memphis Soul, Carla Thomas. Talk to us about how that collaboration came about.
Well, Carla Thomas is a Memphian that I grew up I say grew up because I was 18 when I moved to Memphis, so I became an adult there.
Hmm.
And Carla would be playing around town every once in a while, performing. Like I guess maybe 3 times over the past decade that I was there, she performed, so it was rare. And so I knew that she'd probably know Boo Mitchell over at Royal Studios. So I called Boo and I said, do you know how to get in touch with Carla? It was like, absolutely. We'll call her sister Benici and we'll make it happen. And Boo actually engineered the session, and he was there with me as we listened to Carla tell us stories of working with Otis Redding and all of the Stax musicians and just her life. And we were just both with huge smiles on our faces because we knew we were hearing some magical stories coming from her. And I call her the fairy godmother of the record because it is a record for dreamers or people who have something loving and beautiful they're trying to create. And I always think that when you're creating something like that, you need a fairy godmother to help you. So she's definitely the fairy godmother, the magical woman who's like, are you sure you want to dream that big?
Well, it's a stunning collaboration, and it's just thrilling to hear her on that track. Um, you're so positive, and in a year that we've had where it's. I personally think that we are collectively as a society will probably be dealing with some sort of post-traumatic stress disorder just based off the year that we've had. How do you remain so positive in dark times?
Well, a lot of books that I've read in the past in regards to philosophy or spirituality, they say things like, just be in the moment, in the present moment, and stuff like that. And, the ups and downs and the darkness, they come to me throughout the day. It's not just I hit a period, I hit periods throughout the day. And so I'll give you an example. I was just plucking my eyebrows before we got on this call together to speak. And I was feeling a little bit of sadness and heaviness. And I was like, okay, just breathe and pluck a lash and breathe and pluck a lash and breathe and just being in each breath. And by the time I got through my whole eyebrow, I was in a better place. So I think moment to moment, seriously, these voices that are in the books, that are in ancient stories and fables that tell us, like Tortoise and the Hare, to take our time and be in the moment, we have to listen to those voices. They've been talking to us ever since we were kids. That's the children's story. And they keep reminding us of what we need to do, and the morals and messages are all there around us.
You're just, I don't know, you're just a stunning artist, and we absolutely love you. And there's another cool thing that you have on this CD is you have interspersed throughout it these really cool meditations. They're like almost like instrumental meditations that kind of lead in. I've been lucky enough to participate in one of your mindful meditations as well that you do online. Um, is that how you kind of recenter yourself and kind of get your center?
Yes, most definitely. Jack and I both felt like we needed these musical breaks on the record, and he is actually the king of creating those spaces on records he's worked on before as well. Like interludes are his magical thing that he's able to do. So I knew in working with him, if I wanted to have moments of stillness on this record, that was going to be super easy to achieve. And so we worked together to bring those moments of stillness, even just having birds singing on the record, just having that in there, it changes your energy to hear birds sing.
It's really, really, really gorgeous little interludes that you have really set a gorgeous tone for the record as a whole package. Now, you also have a book coming out in April called Maps of the Modern World. Talk to us about that.
Well, the book just arrived in the mail to me this morning. So I got it, coffee! Yay! I'm excited about it. It's just further what I call prescriptions, positive messages or thoughts or sweet little things to lift you up. Dealing with anything from loss and lamentations, from grieving of someone passing to love to dreaming and exploring and journeying through this life. So just more ways to communicate positivity and messages that have helped me through, you know.
Well, we look forward to that as well. In the meantime, the brand new album, The Moon and Stars, Prescriptions for Dreamers, is out on all streaming platforms at your local record store as well. Valerie, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us today.
Thank you, Shane. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.